Quantum computing has come to stay. Some see it helping to fight society's biggest challenges. Skeptics dismiss it as just a theory with no practical applications. Others are worried it will render all current encryption methods useless. There are many uncertainties about quantum computing. But we in Bitkom believe that quantum computing is no longer a distant dream. And we want to guide you to unlock the power of it for your business.
And that's not all. We'll delve into the mega trend of generative AI. Discover how machines can autonomously create content, opening up a new world of business cases. Artificial intelligence is already transforming the way we work, live, and create. In administration, AI streamlines workflows and large-scale data, making organizations more efficient than ever. Hospitals are revolutionizing patient care. And in the world of creativity, AI makes the creation of text, images, and other content easier than before. Together, we can unlock a world of endless potential. Good morning, dear guests and dear speakers, and welcome to the second day of our Big-Data.AI Summit and Quantum Summit 2023. My name is Kai Berling. Thank you very much. My name is Kai Berling. I am Policy Officer for Artificial Intelligence at Bitkom.
And my name is Natalia Stolarchuk. I'm Head of Microelectronics and Future Computing at Bitkom. And I'm also very glad to see so many of you today at the second day of Big Data and Quantum Summit.
But before we begin, we again want to thank our premium partners without whom this event would not be possible. Thanks a lot to Accenture, Alteryx, Cloudera, Fraunhofer, Fujitsu, HP, Hewlett-Packard Enterprise, IBM, Langu, Microsoft, MicroStream, OneData, SAP, Schumann Rosenthal Dreyer, ThoughtWorks, and Toolbox. You're welcome to visit our partner stands in the networking area and get to know about their activities in AI, data, and quantum computing.
And of course, just like yesterday, you're very welcome to use our Bitkom Events app to connect to each other, exchange ideas, build up your own program, and see the latest updates.
Feel free to share your impressions on Twitter and LinkedIn using the hashtags BAST23 and Quantum Summit 23. And just a quick side note to all Legal Tech Conference guests. I'm sure most of you have already heard that unfortunately the Federal Minister of Justice, Dr. Marco Buschmann, is tied up in Parliament all day today. Therefore, his keynote has already taken place yesterday. The program of the Legal Tech Conference will start at 10:30 a.m. with a keynote by Marion Genkes, Minister of Justice and Migration of Baden-Württemberg, in Cinema Room 2.
And also, just like yesterday, just after this welcoming speech at 10:20, we will start our Quantum Summit program on the superposition and uncertainty stages. And now I'm very honored to welcome here on stage the president of Bitkom, Dr. Ralf Wintergerst.
Good morning. I'm very pleased to open the second day of our Big Data, AI, and Quantum Summit. And I'm also very pleased to welcome the participants of the Legal Tech Summit. And I think probably I don't have to convince you about the subject matters of today, right? But there is 3 points I would like to talk in my brief introduction of the day. The very first one is about what we do at Bitkom, because in Bitkom we are not just an association of the digital industry in Germany. We are a network of digital experts actually going into the government and into companies, but we also have Bitkom Research. And we do a lot of research of what companies think and do, but also of what people think and do with regard to digital subject matters. And we very recently did a study of what corporates think and do in artificial intelligence. So that's the first one. The second one, because there's a consequence out of the first subject matter, is actually what do we do now? Because there's hopes and fears, in particular when it comes to advanced technologies like quantum computing, like artificial intelligence, like digital technologies for health also. So, and the third point is, why the heck we are here? Because we all have a purpose of being here, because I think we have a mandate to bring technologies forward. But that also brings things which we have to do and which we have to convey, because if there is hopes and fears, there is something in the middle which we have to do. So let me go back first to what we do at Bitkom. We did a research on AI, and the result was quite astonishing. I think a lot of companies, 7 out of 10, believe that artificial intelligence will be a key technology for surviving in the business space. Very important key technology for them. 7 out of 10. It's growing, right? Because with the growing awareness, the number will be growing. 84% of the companies believe that generative AI has a super big potential for the companies itself. I swap over that companies to people. We did a survey on digital health. Over 80% believe that AI will have a big impact on medical technologies and digital health. That's big numbers. I think a majority of people believe that there's a super big potential of AI and other technologies being combined with AI, like quantum computing, for the future. But now the big gap comes, and that's the big but. But only 15% of the companies in Germany we ask use AI today. Only 2% use generative idea. Another 13 plan it, and another 23 consider it. So there's a super big gap between the potential which is seen and the reality of what is being used. So now we have to ask ourselves, where is it coming from? Where do these hopes in AI, and what are the hurdles for using it? There may be fears or concerns. I think there are some obvious ones. Lack of expertise, lack of qualified staff. For me, I think that's a temporary thing. The real concern comes from data protection, and lack of data. Because having no data in AI is like swimming on dry ground. It's not fun, and it doesn't get you anywhere. The second thing is uncertainties. You know that in the European Union, there's the European Union AI Act underway, in discussion, under negotiation. If that AI Act talks on AI about 300 concerns and only 2 opportunities, that is quite an imbalance. That gives uncertainty to companies why they should use and how they should use AI. And that's a big thing, I think. We have to work with the policymakers, and we have some here too. So that is why we are here. That's my third point. We are here to bridge the gap from the hope that AI has a great potential to the big gap of using it, to the middle ground of making the way, paving the way, that we have a proper regulation. This is what proper policymakers should look at, that we have a policy, a regulation that fosters innovation and not hinders innovation. In Europe, we tend to over-regulate. So we collectively have to work with the policymakers to have a regulation, in particular on AI, which enables innovation. In particular here in Europe, otherwise, Europe will fall even further behind in these kind of technologies. So the second thing is, it's not enough that policymakers make their job with reasonable regulation. It is companies that have to invest in these technologies. It's not enough that we have proof of concepts with larger AI providers or with smaller startups. We must go into real projects, into real design of AI for companies and how to use it, or into the development of AI applications. That's the second piece. Investment into AI is key. Otherwise, we fall back as corporates in the digital world, because we have to stay competitive and use the technology. And there's a third thing. I believe that we all have a mandate, the policymakers and the companies, to work with the people who use AI, citizens, people who live here, people in the world. Because still there is a concern that there is a dark side, right? But we all here to foster the bright side of AI, the opportunities which can be used in medical applications for climate protection, right? I think AI has such a wide possibility and range of areas where to use it that we collectively have to pave away the fears. So we have to work that AI creates confidence in people to use it. That confidence creation doesn't come from just talking, right? So together with the policymaker, people who sit here in the room, we jointly have to make an effort to make it work, to promote it. And that's the reason why the forum is so important, because here you hear about the opportunities. Here you maybe also hear about the concerns. But that bridge is what we have to manage, right? To move it forward. That's what we're here for. That's the purpose of this forum here. And that's why I'm also very pleased, Thomas, to announce you now as the very first speaker. I'd like to come here on stage because, Thomas, you will outline a little bit the SAP's view and your view on AI. We had a little pre-discussion, and you said that you have a little daughter who can already manage the devices at home way better than your wife. I think I can share the same experience. I fear that a little bit because when my daughter, she's 10 years old, takes over the IT administration, I'm getting concerned, right? But the young generation is coming, right? They will use it all intuitively, so we have to work for them as well, because it's our future generation, and I hope to hear a lot of inspiration from you. I'm sure that we will hear it. Thomas, the floor is yours. Thank you very much.